What if this is the year you told yourself all the things you're going to achieve and you actually did it? What if you went for it? What if you stopped waiting until Monday, stopped waiting until the new year, stopped waiting until the holiday, stopped waiting until someone invited you, stopped waiting until, because let me tell you, until just takes too long to come unless you claim your until is now. I just am finishing up, just finished cleaning up. Thank you for your help, Jessica and Michelle. But just finished cleaning up from Super Weekend event. This was it's a very special weekend in my coaching community. We get together across the UK, Canada, and United States, and we all just spend some time with some fellow coaches, feeding into ourselves, hearing all the great announcements for the new year, and challenging ourselves a little. And so the coaches that came out to my Super Weekend event, I challenged them to write themselves letters, and they entrusted me with the safekeeping of these letters so that I can mail them out to them throughout this year, encouraging them to keep going for those big goals that they set for themselves. Personal goals, relationship goals, family, spiritual, mental, physical, business, all spectrums, because we are everything, right? We aren't just one thing. So I'm so grateful that they entrusted me with their words, to their messages, to their future selves. And one of the things that I encouraged them, and one of the things that we did is, as we wrote out these big goals for the next few months, for this whole year, for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, a whole bunch of fears start creeping in, right? Started thinking about how many times I failed, how many times I committed to something and then fell down, how many times that I've missed the mark or missed a goal, thinking I'm not worthy enough, thinking I'm not able, all these things that, hey, Miss Heather. So we started thinking about all these negative things. And so we wrote all those reasons why we can't, all those fears, all those past failures, all those scared unknown things, all those things, we wrote them on a piece of paper. And one thing we were all amazed at, even as far as we've come, even myself, as far as I've come the last 2 years, it is still really easy to make a big list of fears, of scary things. And so made those lists, and then we shredded them. And we said, we are not going to be determined. Our future is not determined by those past. We are strong. I am capable. I am strong. I can overcome. Even if no matter what, I'm going to push through. And we shredded all those limiting beliefs and took some power in ourselves and high-fived and hugged, and there were some tears and goosebumps. And now they're off chasing their dreams. I'm about to head off and keep chasing my dream. And I just wanted to share, I feel so thankful and grateful to have them trust me with their letters, and I will be mailing these out throughout the next couple months, and to myself as well, so that we can just encourage and continue to lift each other up. And that's what we do as a community, is we come together and we lift each other up. I am so excited about our program kicking off on Monday, just 20 minutes to shred your body. And I just want to ask, what if we really dug in and did something for 6 weeks? What if you really dug in and gave yourself 20 minutes a day and started changing your thoughts and started changing your outlook on life and started plugging in and leaning into a community? I think about the footprints. My coach had shared about how growing up in her bathroom was a poster, and it was the Footprints poem. I know I've read it so many times. I don't have it pulled up to share, but I know it's someone who basically said, you said you'd be there with me, but when I look back at my hardest moments, there was only one set of footprints in the sand. And Jesus says, that's when I was carrying you. And I just feel like that's what our community does. Our community is there, and sometimes you're the one being carried, and sometimes you're doing the carrying. And that's what is so important about having a tribe and a community on this life journey. You are your body, like your health and fitness, your relationship with food and relationship with yourself is what you then turn out to others and what you offer to others. And having a healthy relationship with food and having a healthy relationship with yourself and leaning in and being opening up yourself is such a huge part of that. And I'm grateful. I know what I do is not easy. It is not easy to overcome and move forward when you fail so many times. I know that. I did that for 20 years. Even just this week, I made a commitment to myself last weekend that I was going to do our 3-week plant-based detox, and I was going to do it perfectly. And I was, no matter what, even if I'm going to do this. And then sometimes I think when you claim something big, a test comes at you, and you have the choice to quit or to push through. And so I had a big test in my life this week, and I ate cookies, and I had coffee, and I ate some more cookies and some chocolate Hershey Kisses, and I, on my first week of my 3 weeks, I did not hold true to that. But that could be my end, or it could just be my lesson and my restart. And it's so much what I've shared over the holidays and so much of what I've learned and shared over the last year. It's not what you do sometimes, it's what you do most often. And I learned from those moments where I said, I'm gonna give in and I'm gonna have some of these things that are being offered to me, and I'm just going to feed those emotions a little bit. And then I realized I am feeding my emotions. I'm definitely an emotional eater. I'm definitely a stress eater. And I'm going to be okay with this right now, but I'm going to work through this. I'm going to rewatch my mindset course. Our letters, so after you write out your goals, I'll get back to that. I'll recircle to that, Heather. I'm sorry. But I could say I'm going to throw in my 3 weeks detox because I failed in the first week, right? But I still did 70% on point, and that was my 1 week journey. That was my lesson point of I can really see where emotions and food connect for me and how I can find a way to overcome and push through that. And I'm not going to let that be an endpoint for myself. I'm going to finish these next 3 weeks, and this will just be this journey. I will, to the best of my ability, complete it as close to plan, as on spot as I can. And I know my results won't be what they would have been had I stayed the course this last week during everything that was going on. But I'm okay with that because it's not about perfection. It's not about being perfect. It's about not giving up. It's about moving forward even if no matter what. And I thought even if no matter what meant being perfect no matter what happens in my life. But I'm finding no matter what even if means instead of throwing everything away because I slipped up for 2 days, it means even if no matter what, I'm going to finish. Because I messed up for 48 hours or took a sidetrack for 48 hours doesn't mean it's time to throw away everything. It means even if no matter what, I wasn't perfect for the whole journey, I'm still moving forward. This is still my journey. This is still what we're working on. And so that's what I was encouraging a lot in these letters to ourselves. So we set some really big goals for 2019 for ourselves personally, emotionally, physically, and business-wise and family-wise. And then we looked at those goals and we looked, what are we going to want to be encouraging ourselves a month out? Like, write to yourself as, I am capable and strong. I'm meeting this goal. I am already at this point. If I'm not at this point, this is where I would want to refocus and turn, kind of energizing yourself, re-energizing yourself in a loving way. It's not like beating yourself up. It's like in a loving way. Bring yourself back, circle forward, remind yourself of those goals. And then I'm going to be mailing the next letter at the 2-month mark, which is going to bring them bring them in to just another more revisit and lifting yourself up towards those goals, and talking to yourself as if you're achieving them and what it feels like to be achieving it, and encouraging yourself to keep going. And then again at the 3-month mark, and then at the end of the year, we did a letter to ourselves that will be going out at the end of the year. And I'm just so excited to see what comes true. I see us all exceeding our goals. I see us all growing more. And because of being willing they trusted themselves with me. They trusted their future words to themselves with me. So I'm excited to mail these out, and I'll probably be putting little stickers or little messages on the outside for them as well. But gosh, I can't keep secrets sometimes. Like, it was going to be a surprise. But so if you guys are watching this, you're going to see maybe some little messages from me on the outside of your letter when you get your letters to yourself. But I'm just so excited about that, and I feel like it was so empowering to shred those failures and shred those fears, and to shred them and just keep moving forward. And then just celebrating and looking forward to being back together with everybody again in July, and who knows, maybe we'll get together sooner. I will be putting together a movie night locally to see Made for More, the Rachel Hollis show. So definitely, if you want to be invited to that, message me or comment so I can add you in to our screening night for next month, to get together and just have an empowering time to watch Made for More. I just see a lot of big things coming this year, and I am continually working on my Vivacious 2019. I am going to give it my all. Even if I don't make these goals that I set for myself by the time I did, I am going to work towards them, and I'm going to finish the year strong, and that starts today. And I'm glad that I have you guys as a community, and I'm glad and thankful that I have this what do you call that thing? What is this platform? I'm thankful that I have Facebook as a platform to share and help and encourage and inspire others. And I hope that I do that. I hope that you find my journey not as a perfect, oh my God, I could never do what Jen does, but as an inspiration of I can do something I didn't think I could, because I didn't think I could do this. I didn't think I'd be talking live on Facebook after my own event that I put together. I didn't think I would be sharing pictures of myself in a sports bra and shorts. I certainly didn't think any of those things when I got started. And so I just want to encourage you and say, if you're comparing yourself to me and saying, I can't do what Jen does, you're looking at the wrong thing. That's not why I'm sharing. I am sharing to tell you, you can do it. You can surpass me. And if you don't see a victory in what you're doing, I just want to encourage you to step back and look at, honestly, what you do on a daily basis. And I'm sure we can tweak just a little thing and get you to your goal. Just a little small change to get you to your goal. And you'll see it adds up. It's just not quitting. That's it. It's just when you get to that wall that you think you can't go further, and so now it's time to give up, right? Like this week I could just throw away the rest of my detox, but it just means I didn't become who I need to become yet to get over that. And part of the learning and growing is pushing through no matter what, and even if. And making that commitment to myself and to my family and to my friends and to you guys as a community, and asking you to come and join me. I'm so thankful for the time. If you watch this, thank you so much for watching. I would love to know how I could support you, or if you're looking for a community to join, have that community and opportunity. I love what coaching has done for me. Definitely having a business and investing in that business has forced me to invest in myself. And as hard as it is to be selfish sometimes, I can't tell you how much more those around me get for when I am selfish. So sometimes being selfish is a good thing, because you cannot take care of the person next to you. You cannot be a great example for your child, for those in your life, if you are not taking care of yourself. And so that being said, I am going to go take care of myself this afternoon. I'm going to put some stamps on these babies and put them in safekeeping for the alarms to go off, and start mailing them out. And I am going to head home to have an afternoon with my boys, and I will see everybody later. So I would love to hear if you're gonna write a letter to yourself and mail it out later, if you'd like to mail your letter to yourself to me or give it to me and have me surprise you with it throughout the year, and just encourage you one step at a time. One step at a time. You can do this. Yes, you can. And I would love you to join us. So let's do this. I will drive safe. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.